Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Carmen Bryant, overcoming narcissist abuse. Missed you guys. I was just taking a sabbatical. I was taking a little break, but I'm working hard on behalf of you guys, putting together some training, working on this website so we can finally get it up and going. To get a subscription tab where you guys can get information, hopefully interviews with people, so those that are subscribed get to see this, and of course creating courses. So I'm working very hard trying to connect and network with people to get you guys information. As you guys know, I told you guys in the last video when I was not here last Sunday that one of my greatest goals is to get a tab on that new web page where there's information from all 50 states and anywhere else, any other country. We're going to get as much information as we can so we can inform the viewers, that we can get resources, some resources that you don't know about. And this is the importance of this tribe, because when I do that, I'm going to set up an email account specifically for tribe members, those of you that are part of the YouTube community and those on social media that follow me, so that you can send me information, even if you're in a different country, the continent of Africa and the different countries in Africa, Europe, UK, Canada, wherever you are. We're going to get in Australia, my beautiful people down under, we're going to get as much resources as we possibly can and get it put on this site, that when you're looking for something, even when it comes to lawyers that specialize in things like this, we're getting together a resource page, on my new website, and it's going to require some assistance from all of you guys. And I'm so excited, I'm going to set up the email so that you guys send me whatever you can send me, and what I'll do is I will call, ask questions, verify that information from the resources that you send me, so that if they give me additional resources, we can put it on there so that you guys will have somewhere to go when you have questions, when you need resources, when you need help. Those resources will be available to you. And so I am working on that. You guys have my word on it, because we're going to make sure we get the best information out there. So today I just wanted to talk about, I don't have a title yet, but by the time you're listening to me talking, there's going to be a title. But I had this great conversation today with someone, and we were talking about how that narcissist really manipulates your narrative. And most of you guys, when you come out of these relationships, especially you find yourself in the courtrooms, you find yourself still living off of the narrative. A lot of you live in anxiety. You live in fear. And one of the things you always say, they always win. They always tend to get over. But you have to remember, they feed off of the information that you give them. They plant the seeds in you, and then you live off of the seeds, is growing in you. And I give you an example. Most of you guys that are going into the court systems, one thing that you know how to do is sabotage yourself. You don't realize you're doing it, but they've set it up to a point where all the time that you have been with them, when they gaslighted you. You were always doing what? You were always defending yourself. You were always explaining yourself. Sometimes what they did was they didn't have the information. So what they do is they will provoke you to talk by giving you false information. So they'll say stuff about you, and then what do? No, let me correct you. That is not correct. And then you da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So you give them everything that they were looking for in the first place. So all they do is just put out some information or plant some seeds, and then you go back to try to defend yourself by correcting it. But you're telling them the story. You're telling them everything that they want to know. The silent treatment can be used for it can be used to help or to hurt. And one of the biggest thing, like in mental health counseling, sometimes silence is a good thing. When people start talking, they feel obligated to talk and fill that empty space. Well, what do you think a narcissist does? They get quiet because they know you feel obligated, because it's awkward and it's uncomfortable for you to fill that empty space. So guess what you do? You start talking, and they're listening to everything that you're saying. You're giving them all the information. So a lot of you are going to the court systems, and and I tell people all the time, for those of you that are of a different country, those of you that may not know what I'm saying, you have to let them act a fool. Or like we say down south, let them act a fool. Let them act a fool. Let them act a fool. Let them do what they do best, and let them be the best Shining Star Academy Award winning actor. Let them act a fool. Because You have to allow them to show their butt, act like the donkey that they are. Let them, and you have to stay cool, because they can be wrong as two left feet. Now, I'm not saying in all cases, but they can be as wrong as two left feet. And as long as you're arguing back and forth with them, it makes you look just as crazy as they look. And a lot of times people, number one, they get frustrated at the fact that they're acting a fool, then you're acting a fool, then the judge is looking like, I don't have time for this. I ain't got time for all that. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to act a fool along with you guys. So this is what I'm going to do. And then you're like, see, they always win. But that narcissist has taught you how to self-sabotage, because all they have to do is get you riled up. All they have to do is get you to react. And all they have to do is accuse you. And then what do? You tend to defend yourself. You're going to explain. You're going to justify. You write these 5-page letters, trying to justify. And then you turn around and it's tit for tat. And people don't have time for all that. So what you have to learn to do, which is something that you have to work on, is shut your mouth. Like they say down south, shut your mouth. Stop talking so much. Shh, be quiet. Let them say whatever. You're not obligated to defend yourself all the time, especially dealing with these nuts. You don't have to defend yourself all the time. You don't have to explain something all the time, because while you are explaining, they're also gathering more information from you in order to know what to use against you or how to play. It's a game of chess. And the more you talk, think about it, the more you talk, the more you're giving them the direction in which you're going or what you're thinking. Or you have people that will call it, hey, what's up? It's me. Well, number one, you already know they talk to more than just you. When they just say, they don't say their name, hey, it's me. Because what they're waiting for you to say is me who? Well, who else is going to call you? Because they want to know. You see, so you tell them on yourself, right? Then the other thing is they ain't going to say their name, hey, it's me, because of the fact that they got a whole bunch of people that they're calling. So they're not going to call their name just in case they accidentally say the wrong name or accidentally call the wrong number, right? So then it's quiet. And then you feel obligated to talk because you can't stand that silence. So you just get to talking. And then you tell them anything that they want to know, you're going to tell them. Or they'll say something. Listen, they plant these seeds. They throw this information out, and you just everything that they want to know. And this is one of the examples that I made, as a therapist. I hate to say it, but therapists are very manipulative, but they use the manipulation in the right way. Because what a therapist has to do, and I know some of you therapists like, I don't agree with that. But really, in order to help change your narrative, because really changing your narrative is a job, it's something you have to do. And we're there to guide you into changing that narrative. But we have to plant seeds to make you think. Can't make you do anything. Okay, we plant seeds to help you to think on your own. Instead of answering all of your questions, we plant seeds. We make you look at the pros and the cons. We make you look at your situations, the information that you got or that you've given us. We take that information and then we bring it back up to you. And then, hey, what about this? And you said this right here. Now let's put this together. Same thing that I do on videos all the time to help you change your narrative, make you think where you're like, oh my gosh, I never thought about it that way. Well, what do you think a narcissist is doing? A narcissist plants seeds to change your narrative. And they always come back to test the water to see whether or not it's working. And that comes from the silent treatment and you talking. Or the things that you do. They watch you to see how you're going to react. They watch you to see what you're going to do and to see whether it's working or not. Check this out. Manipulation. Therapists are master of arts or master of science of manipulation. We have to learn to manipulate to help you, not to hurt you. And narcissists manipulate you to hurt you to get what they want out of you, because they're selfish, they're one-sided, the relationship is one-sided, everything is about them. So they're going to use manipulation to get what they want, not what you need or what you want or what is good for the relationship, but everything pertaining to them. If they're really, really nice, a lot of you guys are like, well, he's acting right, she's acting right, seems like we're cordial and we're laughing, we're having a great conversation. That's a red flag. See, some of you guys look at that like, well, we're finally cordial and we finally have great conversation. Oh, no. That right there, that's a red flag because everything about them is just hateful, mean, cruel. There's nothing good when it comes to their thought process and the things they do. They switch up to see what's going to work. If they've been mean the whole time, they can't get anything from you, then they're going to switch it up and be nice to you. And so you have to start thinking when they're really nice and cordial and it seems like you guys are having a great time. Some of you guys are being love bombed and don't realize you're being love bombed. But when they're nice and cordial and everything, you have to ask yourself the question, you setting it up. You're putting the anesthetics on before you cut me. So they're using anesthesia to calm you down and rub that anesthesia on there, or give you some anesthesia to calm you down before they stab you. And then you don't even realize you've been stabbed. You don't even realize you've been cut, but they've cut you. You guys have to be very aware, because these are predators. These are predators. You got to be careful. They play the game. You don't play the game, you get out of the game. They're predators. That's what they do. But a lot of times you're the one who self-sabotage yourself, because that's how they trained you to do it. And so I wanted to say this, think about, I've seen children who are bow-legged, or have like club foot or something, and the doctor puts on a brace. Or, puts on a brace, or puts on, you got the kids that got maybe like pigeon toes, or their toes are too far in. I think that's pigeon toes, and then foot, or club foot, or bow legs, and they put braces on those legs, braces on them feet, and they slowly begin to, because the bones are soft, they slowly begin to turn the feet out in the direction that doctor is trying to manipulate that bone to go. They slowly begin to straighten them legs out, get those legs straight again, slowly manipulate that bone and muscle, but it takes time. It takes time. Back in the day, you saw the kids with the braces with that bar down at the bottom, or you see them with them orthopedic shoes, so they can push those feet, or the mamas back in the South, put the shoes on the wrong foot to bring them feet back in and slowly manipulate them feet back in. What do you think a narcissist is doing? A narcissist is very patient at slowly manipulating you in the direction they want you to go. By the time they got you to where you want to go, you're sideways. So you're looking at the world sideways. And this is, you're dealing with them sideways until someone comes along to try to straighten you back up. You want to fight them because it's abnormal to you. You are so accustomed to the pain, the manipulation, the hurt. That's all you know. That's the only attention that you've gotten. So when you have peace of mind and a lot of times you fight that because that's abnormal. It doesn't feel comfortable. That's not right. But a narcissist takes a lot of time to manipulate, and to slowly manipulate you into the direction they want you to go, slowly are molding you. And then the end product is exactly what some of you guys are going through in the courtroom. You are so fearful that they're always going to win. You fuel them and give them a whole bunch of energy. It's like a plug or a battery. You keep pumping up that battery to give them the fuel to keep working. And really, it's what you're saying that gives them information. It's like you become your own spy. And you give them all the information that they need in order to conquer you. So sometimes we have to learn to, like the Southern folks say, shut your mouth. You talk too much. Shh. When you got problems, go talk to your coach. Go talk to a therapist. It's not meant for you to talk to everybody. And then some people are flying monkeys. We'll talk about that at another time. But some people are flying monkeys, and they take that information and fly right on over there and tell that narcissist. Well, I didn't want to be on too long. I just wanted to come on and show my face, let you guys know I was thinking about this today. I'll probably be back again, try to, make a few little videos. Of course, I'm going to be live on Sunday again. I missed you guys this weekend, but I was really tired because we had a conference that started on Thursday. And so by the time Sunday came, I was exhausted because a lot of us didn't get home till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was just really tired. I knew I wouldn't be able to focus when I came on Sunday. And when I get on there, there's no such thing as I'm just going to be here for a few minutes. I say it all the time, but I get caught up in loving on you guys and giving you guys information. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. My name is Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I'm on Twitter at Dr. Carmen Bryant 1. I come on live on Sundays about 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 11 Eastern Time. And sometimes I come on a little late because I'm still on the road trying to get to the house so I can record or come on live. Also, those of you that are looking for coaching, you guys have been asking about coaching. I can coach, and some of you guys are misstating what I'm saying. So you email me and you said that you can provide counseling. No, I cannot provide counseling to anyone that is not in the state of Washington. If you are in the state of Washington, I'm licensed in the state of Washington, I can provide you with counseling in the state of Washington because I do all services virtual. I have a virtual office, a professional virtual office that is HIPAA and Privacy Act compliant, HIPAA compliant. And so I do provide counseling to those that are in the state of Washington. I do virtual sessions only. Now, if you are outside the state of Washington, I can provide you with coaching, which is totally different than counseling. Coaching is more goal-oriented and goal-focused. I'm not going to deal with mental health issues. I don't provide you with any type of mental health counseling. I will refer you if you need a counselor. And a lot of times people do come in, and I do recommend you don't need to go to coaching with me. You need to go to counseling. You need to go to counseling. So now, for those of you that are interested in counseling, I am sponsored by BetterHelp.com / Dr. Carmen. They will provide you with a 10% discount for registering with them and getting therapy. You get therapy. Counseling therapy is the same thing. Psychotherapy, it just depends on, how are you using it, where you're using it. I'm a counselor. I am a therapist. We do psychotherapy, whatever. But for BetterHelp.com, it is therapy. You will find a therapist, which is the equivalent of psychotherapy, counseling therapy, but counseling and therapy, the way that you get it on BetterHelp, you're not going to, I don't think they do like mental health assessments and things like that, but they will provide you with therapy. And you get a 10% discount by using the link betterhelp.com / Dr. Carmen. You will be connected with a therapist within your state. There are licensed therapists within your state that will provide you with online, virtual office, telephonic therapy. I'm sorry, I have to therapy. But yes, you can connect. It is betterhelp.com / Dr. Carmen, and you can get a 10% discount by using my link. I am sponsored by them, and they will connect you with a therapist. You let them know. Do you know what the, narcissist abuse is? No. Do you understand post-traumatic stress? Do you understand domestic violence? Do you understand what trauma bonding is? Do you understand Stockholm syndrome? Do you understand that type of language? Do you understand severe depression based off of, being addicted to a person? These are all the things that you want to ask questions. And you can ask questions in order to get you connected to the right therapist. Now, also, my mother has a YouTube channel. It is Helen Sadler, Your Destiny Helper. And she brings it to you from the perspective of the biblical and spiritual perspective, the biblical and spiritual perspective of narcissism. Very, very, very good information, revelatory. Those of you that connect with her, give us 6 to 12 months and watch how you start thinking different. Usually within 6 months, you start thinking different. 6 to 12 months, you're going to be different. 12 months, you'll be different. Just go in between, her and I give it to you from a clinical, experiential perspective, and then she gives it to you from a biblical and spiritual perspective. And I'm telling you, if you hang in there, I guarantee you're going to start changing, because the hardest thing is to come to realization that the person that you were with didn't have the capacity to love you or have empathy for you. And you guys are worth the investment. You are worth the investment of getting yourself, healed in your mind, healed in your heart, and to understand how valuable you really are, how valuable and beautiful you are inside and out. And I thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a beautiful day, and go be great.